As technology advances and space exploration continues, the possibility of humans living in space permanently becomes more realistic. While there are many challenges and unknowns associated with long-term space habitation, there are also potential benefits and opportunities. In this article, we will explore some of the potential implications of permanent human habitation in space. Health considerations. Living in space presents unique challenges to human health. Microgravity can cause muscle and bone loss, vision impairment, and changes in cardiovascular function. Exposure to radiation is also a significant concern, as space travelers are exposed to higher levels of cosmic and solar radiation than on Earth. To overcome these challenges, space habitats would need to be designed to simulate Earth-like conditions as much as possible, including artificial gravity and radiation shielding. Medical research would also need to be conducted to develop effective preventative measures and treatments for space-related health issues. Sustainable living. Living in space permanently would require a sustainable way of life, as resources such as food, water, and air would need to be continuously replenished. Recycling and reusing resources would be essential, and alternative sources of energy would need to be developed. For example, solar power and other renewable energy sources could be used to power space habitats. Advanced technology could also be used to cultivate food and purify water in space. Space industry and economy. Permanent human habitation in space could lead to the development of a space industry and economy. As more people live and work in space, the demand for space-related goods and services would increase. This could include manufacturing, mining, tourism, and research. The development of a space economy could have significant implications for global trade and politics. Exploration and colonization. The possibility of permanent human habitation in space could also lead to the exploration and colonization of other planets and moons. Mars is one potential destination, as it has a similar climate and geology to Earth. Establishing a permanent human presence on Mars could pave the way for further exploration of our solar system and beyond. The colonization of other planets could also serve as a backup plan for humanity in case of a global disaster on Earth. Cultural and social implications. Living in space permanently would have significant cultural and social implications. The isolation and confinement of space travel could lead to changes in human behavior and psychology. New cultural norms and traditions could develop in space as people adapt to their new environment. The international collaboration required for permanent human habitation in space could also have a unifying effect on humanity, as people work together towards a common goal. Ethical considerations. As humans consider the prospect of permanent habitation in space, it's important to consider the ethical implications of this endeavor. For example, the idea of terraforming, the process of transforming a planet to make it habitable for humans, raises concerns about the ethical treatment of other forms of life that may already exist on the planet. Similarly, issues related to property rights, governance, and sovereignty in space will need to be addressed as more people move to live in space. Psychological considerations. Living in space permanently would require a significant adjustment in lifestyle, and it could have profound psychological implications. The confinement and isolation of space travel could lead to feelings of loneliness, boredom, and depression. As humans adapt to their new environment, they may develop new coping mechanisms and social norms to manage these feelings. Mental health resources and support systems will need to be in place to address any psychological issues that may arise. Environmental impact. As with any human activity, permanent habitation in space would have an impact on the environment. For example, the extraction of resources from other planets or moons could disrupt local ecosystems. Waste disposal would also need to be carefully managed, as space debris and other forms of waste could pose a hazard to other spacecraft and people living in space. Strategies for managing the environmental impact of permanent habitation in space will need to be developed and implemented. In conclusion, permanent human habitation in space is a complex and challenging prospect, but it also presents many opportunities and benefits. Addressing the health considerations, developing sustainable living practices, creating a space industry and economy, exploring and colonizing other planets, and understanding the cultural and social implications are all essential for the successful implementation of permanent human habitation in space. While there are still many unknowns and challenges, the possibility of humans living in space permanently could be a key factor in the future of humanity.